Hi, this is Cody Degalorians.
And I'm Alex Giannini, and we're the program managers at the Westport Library.
And this is 10 Questions with short video interviews with some of our favorite authors and creators while they and we are stuck at home.
These 10 questions are for Sara Richard. Say hi, Sara.
Hey, how's it going?
So StoryFest fans will remember Sara from our 2018 festival, in particular a workshop with her esteemed co-presenter, Willow the Owl, which precipitated a conversation between me and Cody and how to get an owl to StoryFest, which was the best. Sara is a Ringo and Eisner Award nominated artist, and you can find her work on comic book covers in the pages of Vogue magazine in this issue, I think, and in the graphic novel, The Ghost, the Owl, which is so beautiful and so awesome, and you should pick it up. And that was created with Eisner Award-winning comic writer Franco. And I'm going to show off one of my favorite things, Sara's We Owls, Volume 1, that I bring everywhere with me. I've moved like 9 times in the past 6 years, and we always have to make sure that this is secured. So take it away, Cody.
So what project of yours should people grab while they are stuck at home?
Yeah, well, definitely the Ghost the Owl. I've got my regular cover copy. Alex has the fancy cover from C2E2. So yeah, it's a short read, all ages book. So I've worked really hard on it. It's fully illustrated, hand painted even. So yeah, I'd love for you to check that out. It's on Amazon or your local comic shops online sale. Please, please, please support your local comic shops, and they will be able to get those for you too. Also, I got another one too, the Royal Book of Oz from Clover Press. I did some illustrated plates in here, maps in the cover, and yeah, it's a republication of the Ruth Henley Thompson written book. We're giving her due credit on the title, which is really, really cool. So, worked really hard on this too, and I think you guys would like it. A little bit more substantial story, but it's an Oz book, so for everybody. Yeah, that's what I got.
So how about a go-to book by somebody else that you're kind of relying on to get through these weird days we're living through?
Yeah. So my favorite book in the entire world, it's the only book I've ever really read more than once, is The Book of Flying by Keith Miller. It's gorgeous. It's poetry without being too poetic. It's a beautiful book. It's one of my favorites. As always too, scary stories to tell in the dark, like the original spooky ones. That's like such a nostalgia hit for me. I used to have to like work myself up to rent them out of the library. They would be on the shelf and I'd be like, no, not today, but one day. And then one day I did, and now I'm obsessed with horror stuff. And recently just the D&D Player's Handbook, because I started playing D&D because it's perfect for this. It's better when you're in a group, but did it on video chat last night, so it worked out, minus some technical difficulties. It was pretty great. Yeah.
So what about your go-to album right now?
Yeah, so other than tons of podcasts I've been listening to, which have been giving me an anxiety attack as well, so when I try to space out from all the news podcasts I listen to, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars is like just pop that on anytime. I also love Gary Numan's new album, Savage, is really good, kind of post-apocalyptic, so it kind of fits in all this too, but Gary Numan's amazing. I've seen him like 3 times, and it's so good. It's so Gary Newman and Nine Inch Nails like put together, kind of, so it's pretty great when you're doing some like gnarly cleaning in your house and you really want to just kind of get that spot out of the stove that's been there for 3 months. And you know, other than that, I've just been listening to Things Can Only Get Better by Howard Jones on loop, so that's pretty great too. That's kind of it though.
How about a go-to movie or a TV show that you're binging?
Oh my gosh. So I'm on my 3rd rewatch of Letterkenny right now. It's one of my favorite shows. It's so funny. So like when you're kind of feeling a little down and depressed, stuck in your box and everything, I can't recommend Letterkenny enough. It's Canadian and delightful, and I love it. The Magicians is also something I'm kind of binging right now. Love that too. I just started The Boys, so I'm only on episode 1. That's been fantastic. And The Mighty Boosh is always my favorite, like, kind of background chill out show. Really anything with Noel Fielding makes me really happy. So yeah.
What about your go-to beverage right now?
My favorite beverage, or my go-to beverage, just for my own health, I've been trying to stay away from too many adult beverages, which I would normally say is anything with gin in it. But right now it's been just chugging tea. Like all I do is just work a bit, make more hot water, and then go back to working. But like a really, really smoky tea, like smoky Earl Grey, or like I have this Chinese black tea that like smoke, like it smells like a cigar in a bag. It's the smokier the tea, the better. I love it. Really good.
And this one's appropriate since my work at home coworkers are probably making a ton of noise in the background. My dogs are going nuts right now. What is your go-to work from home outfit?
Yeah, so I've got like this super fuzzy Hogwarts sweatshirt that I wear all the time. It looks like a school, just like a real subtle school sweatshirt I got from Target. And it's like that and fuzzy lounge pants, like anything that makes it feel like you've tauntauned yourself into a teddy bear. Like that's my that's my go-to. I want maximum comfort. And right now just kind of rocking a throw blanket too. So this is as fancy as I've gotten all week. So this is nice.
I mean, that same is true for us. This is
Yeah.
anything with a collar.
Yeah. But
What about your go-to place you'd rather be right now?
Yeah, man, if I could blip anywhere, hiking in the Highlands of Scotland would be pretty great right now. But I live in Salem, so we have a plethora of these, just a big cemetery. Like I love walking through cemeteries. We have some really cool, really old ones because it's Salem. But we have a couple really huge Victorian era ones too, and those are the ones with like the really kind of ornate stones. There's outside of like Mount Auburn in closer to Boston, which is kind of a little bit of a drive. I kind of trying to stick closer to home, but we've got some pretty cool monuments around here that are kind of neat to just check out. Plus cemeteries make really good social distancing outdoorsy things. You know?
I love that.
Enough. Yeah, just go hike through a cemetery. It's pretty great.
You heard it here, everybody.
Advocating cemetery walks.
How about a go-to time waster?
Yeah, as of late, it has been Etsy, just looking at stuff that I will hope to have someday. I get lost on Facebook and Instagram because it's interaction. I do that anyway when I'm working at home. It's like a freelance kind of thing. But yeah, Etsy has been the one that I've found myself logging in the most time, looking at mostly like antiques and funerary and Victorian morbid stuff that I have no right buying right now. So it's a good practice in self-control. Yeah.
What about a go-to person you'd like to hear answer these questions?
Oh man, I mean this will be kind of more insider to the Letterkenny crowd, but like Roald or Glenn from Letterkenny would be pretty fantastic. They're my favorite. But real life people, like I said, like I love Noel Fielding, and I think he'd have like some really cool and weird like answers to these. Like his go-to place would be like inside the pocket of a manatee god or something. Who knows? On fire with sparkles. But like Matt Berry would be kind of cool to hear from too. Like I could listen to that man all day talk about anything. So that would be pretty neat.
And you touch on it with scary stories, but any other go-to nostalgia bombs that kind of bring you to your happy place?
Yeah, I was gonna say scary stories again. So, but like Gem and the Holograms is pretty great. Samantha Newark, the voice of Gem, just put out an updated COVID PSA, like redoing a Gem like PSA at the end of one of the episodes about buying prescription pills, and kids are like, "Let's have them." But she did a whole overdub of it to make it more fit in this kind of time we're in right now. I think it's on her Instagram. If you look up Samantha Newark official. And she's just like the sweetest lady. So like, yeah, Gem and the Holograms. It's bright colors. It's silly music. It's great. I love it.
So how can people find you online, like on social media or elsewhere, while they're stuck at home?
Yeah, so I just redid my website at the end of last year. It's Sara Richard, SARARICHARD.com. There's links on there at the bottom to all my social medias. So like Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. I also have a Patreon that I'm relying on a lot more now due to all this. So if you go to Patreon and look up The Art of Sara Richard or my name, hopefully that'll pop up, or send me a message and I'll send you a link. But yeah, my shop is on my website too. So I have a link up at the top of sararichard.com that I've been putting up little originals here and there, and I've prints and like other framed prints too. I have a bunch of enamel pins I've designed. So, you know, if you want to look classy to all the people you're stuck with right now, I've got some fun kind of like morning jewelry and Victorian inspired pins and like octopuses riding on stars. Octopi, sorry. I've haven't talked to anybody in a while. Yeah. So that's there. And then, you know, send me a link or send me a message on any of those social medias too. Like always down for chatting. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sara, for taking a couple of minutes and like hanging out with us. I'm gonna go find that Gem in the Holograms
Yes.
Instagram. That's right up my alley.
Do it.
Have to see it.
It's so good.
So if you want to check out this interview again, or any of the other ones that we've done with some of our favorite authors, you can find them on the Westport Library's website at westportlibrary.org. And thank you again, Sara.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks. Stay safe.